Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Moshe Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Moshe Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Moshe Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Moshe Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mian Moshe Zia of No Time for Love called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between 2 ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. It can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, and coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Also heard worldwide on Radio Public, Geo7, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a terrific singer, songwriter, multi-talented lady from Austin, Texas. She is a multi-best female artist nomination, the Austin Hip Hop Awards. Also launched a nonprofit organization seeking to empower women in music and provide opportunities for those in the the industry. She's got a few hit singles out there right now. We'll play one of her hot classics in just a few minutes. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas, the very ultra uber talented singer, songwriter, and very multi-talented musician, Anastasia Hera. Anastasia, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Good evening, Mike. Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be on the Mike Wagner Show.
Well, we're happy to have you on as well, Anastasia. And basically, you're a singer, songwriter. You're very multi-talented. You're from Austin, Texas. You also received Multi-Best Female Award or Artist nominations in the Austin Hip Hop Awards. You also launched a nonprofit organization which seeks to empower women in music and provide opportunities for those in the industry. You've got some singles on Spotify right now, SoundCloud, Pandora, and more, called Born to Love You, New City. Will be playing your latest, Ceiling, in just a minute. And before we get into all that, tell us how you first got started, Anastasia.
Oh, wow. Well, I've been a writer all my life, I started out kind of sitting at my dad's old typewriter, hashing out stories. And then as I grew and I learned to love music, I started kind of studying how music was formatted. I like the repetition. I like the melody. So I started writing raps when I was about 12 years old. And I really didn't start my actual music career till about 10 years ago. Started out writing for other people. And I thought maybe that I had something to say. I was growing into my own voice, both musically and artistically. And so I decided, why not give it a chance? And once I started putting out music, people wanted to hear more of it. And so that's just how it happened.
Mm-hmm. It seems like the non-traditional way to go has actually been brought out. I remember Carole King was actually an original songwriter, writing for many artists, and then she went on her own and hit number one in Tapestry. But of course, that's kind of talking about my experience. And what was that woman that precisely influenced you into what you're doing today?
Oh, wow. I think there have been so many. But I will say, when I was about 15 years old, I used to kind of just sit in my room and write raps, and there was a group of other rappers that somehow landed a show at a local rec center, and it was a lock-in, and I asked my dad if I could be there, and I don't think he sort of trusted the situation with me being overnight with a whole bunch of teenagers. So he took me there, and I performed. It was my first time performing music on stage, and the performance may not have been great, but the memory was great. I was glad that my dad was there to witness it. And from that point on, I think I was just, addicted to it. It's nerve-wracking. It's wild being up there and everybody's watching you and listening, and you don't want to mess up. But the rush of getting it right and the rush of touching people and engaging with them and just seeing their energy change, that's really enough for me. So that's what changed for me. That's what changed it.
It sounds like it, too. You talked about a number of rappers you've been influenced by. And who are some of your favorites growing up?
Oh, man. Well, see, and that's the thing. I've been influenced by so many different genres. I think rap is just it's a product of the time that I was growing up, in the early 90s when it was really getting big and blowing up. Groups out of the East Coast, like A Tribe Called Quest, and then Jay-Z, rappers like that put a lot of thought and care into their lyrics and could be versatile. Mm-hmm. I think that's really what kind of opened my mind, is that I could tell stories. I could be happy, sad, goofy, whatever. It wasn't just one thing for me. And so that's what I still try to include in my music today.
Mm-hmm. And you talk about other genres as well. Who are some of your other favorites growing up?
Oh, I love classical. I love rock. I love just pretty much anything that you can imagine. My mind it latches onto melodies more so, I think, than lyrics. Or even instruments sometimes. So, anything that sparks the imagination. Someone asked me a few weeks ago, what would be the most surprising influence that I could name? And the most surprising one, I think, for me is Franz Liszt, the pianist that wrote the Hungarian Rhapsodies.
Oh, wow.
Somehow, some way, I got an old cassette tape when I was in 5th grade. I had to write a book report. And I'm like, I'll just write the book report. But in the process of that, I fell in love with the music. And even now, when I go back and listen through, I can still sort of put myself back in that place of hearing it for the first time.
Wow, that is something. I can imagine maybe a piano rap. I can imagine something like that. You can be at the forefront of it. So.
Yes, it's possible. It is.
And of course, what are you looking to achieve as well, too? And are you looking to be like a songwriter, 10 years down the road, writing for major artists, or be a singer, producer, or where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I see, honestly.
Okay, we'll make it 5. We'll make it 5. Okay.
Okay, well, let's say 5 years from now, at the peak of my career, I'd like to be doing all of the above. Because, even though there's something in me that loves to keep my songs, and I feel like no one can deliver the songs I write the way that I can, I feel like I would have a greater reach and a greater scope if I write music and then give it to other artists, or let them interpret it and perform it. Also, I love teaching, and so I would love to kind of coach someone that's why I started the nonprofit, because I want to bring people along and show them the steps. And I do this because I love music and I love performance, not for any other reason. And I just really want to give that joy back to someone else.
That's interesting. You mentioned about the nonprofit. I was going to ask that, but I'm glad you brought that up. You launched a nonprofit, Cake, which seeks to empower women in the music industry and provide opportunities. Tell us more about it. And how'd you come up with the name Cake, and what does it stand for?
Okay, so CAKE stands for creativity, abundance, knowledge, and elevation. So I spent quite a few years of my life. There was a good 12 to 15 year period where I didn't write songs, I didn't perform, I didn't rap. I kind of forgot that was something that I enjoyed to do. And it wasn't until I got into it and friends kind of pulled me in that I realized that it was what was missing in my life. And, how do you forget to breathe for 15 years? How do you forget to, walk or talk for 15 years? And that's how it felt. And so what I want to do is I want to reach out to other women that might be in the position that I was in at that time and tell them, hey, yeah, you can make time. Yes, you have the resources. Yes, we have a support system. No, you don't have to be afraid to speak out, speak up, go to a studio. I can make it comfortable for you. So that's what CAKE is about. Like I said earlier, I just want to give back.
I can imagine Marie Antoinette singing now with Franz Liszt in the background. Let them eat cake.
Awesome.
and of course, how do women, join your organization? What do they have to do, or qualifications?
So what we've done in the past is sort of go through a screening process. I went to a bunch of events. I held events. I've held workshops and just invited, usually through social media, invited people sort of in my local area to come out, bring their daughters, anyone that has any interest. And then when we have shows that we put on sort of at local venues, or, if they want to feature on some of my music or just get in to have a studio session, a writing session, really, it's wide open. There's no structured process at this point. It's just really them reaching out to me and saying, hey, I want to do music. I don't know how, what can we do? And then we go from there.
And then how do people join?
So,
or how can you find out more?
Yeah, actually, Instagram is perfect. Cake Official at Instagram. Send me a direct message, follow us, we'll follow you back, and let's start a conversation.
We will certainly do so, and we'll talk about one of your awards as well, too, along with your other music. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, check out the latest novel by well-known award-winning author Mia Motion Zia of No Time for Love, called Missing, an extraordinary relationship between two ordinary people based on real-life events that go through 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and the ones you love will be the first to go missing. Check out the book on Amazon and other retailers, available on all formats today. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com and can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, Amazon, Audible, and more. And also coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here, a singer, songwriter, multi-talented Anastasia Hera from Austin, Texas, here on the Mike Wagner Show. She also launched a nonprofit group called Cake, and also talked about her interesting background. And you're also a Best Female Artist, got nominated quite a few times at the Austin Hip Hop Awards. Tell us more about that.
Wow, yes. Actually, I won the award, I believe it was 3 years back to back.
Wow.
Yeah. And what's cool about it is it's fan-based and peer-based. So every year, the Austin Hip Hop Awards opens up their website to nominations. So anybody is free to nominate. They take the top candidates who are nominated, and then they have this big award show, like I said, every single year. And I don't think that I won the first year that I dropped a project. I think it was probably the second year. But it really went a long way towards boosting my confidence, getting my name out there. You know, as you can see, it's on my resume. It'll always be on my resume because it means a lot, because it means that the people who are in my community that know me, that grew up with me, or maybe are just getting to know me, have enough faith in me and my work to say that I'm the best. So, yeah, I hold on to that very dearly.
And you definitely got my vote, that's for sure. So,
Thank you.
No problem. And you also have quite a few songs out there called Born to Love You, New City on Spotify and other platforms. And you also have, just looking here on your Spotify, you've got Murder Business Time, Venus and Mars. And tell us more about those songs.
Okay, well, you know, my career has been through an interesting evolution. At the time that I started, I was pretty much straight rap. You know, I was a little more afraid to sing, a little more tentative, let's say, about singing. But as I've grown over the years, I've stopped denying myself that because I love to do it. And so there's quite a bit of variety in what you'll find on my SoundCloud. But what I've heard and the feedback that I've gotten is that no matter what people land on and listen to, they like it. You know, whether they're clicking on, you know, a song expecting rap or expecting, you know, sort of a love song, whatever they get, they seem to like. So I don't know where I'm going next. I really just do what I feel and what I like to do. But yeah, I mean, you'll find like a great range of stuff on my SoundCloud and on my Spotify.
And what do you base your lyrics on?
Sometimes I tell stories, and I write about things that have happened in my life and things that I've seen firsthand. Sometimes I write about things that I would like to happen. Sometimes I write about a feeling. You know, I might not be telling a story, but I'll just, you know, have a word in my mind. Like I said, clarity or happy or sad. And I kind of just build around that. Actually, my dog inspires a lot of songs. I've written a few.
Really?
Yeah, I've written a few songs about, with, and for her. So that's been fun, too.
And blaming it on the dog takes on a different meaning for you.
Exactly. Yeah, it
does. And, of course, we'll play one of your songs in just a minute.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionsea.com. Missing. Available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, where The Mike Wagner Show interviews great guests, cool conversation, lots of laughs, coffee, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device, subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're here with singer-songwriter, multi-talented Anastasia Hera from Austin, Texas, here on The Mike Wagner Show. Right now, here's one of her songs that's hot on the Spotify charts. Here's Clarity from Anastasia Hera on The Mike Wagner Show.
She's pretty like a flower. She's honestly all that you need. She's looking better by the hour. Whatever it is, whatever it needs. Tell her you're cool with how she works. You prefer it when she come direct. Tell her you ready to put her first and show her nothing but respect. She love it when you see her right through her. She the one you couldn't lie to her. She know where you been coming from. Tell her there ain't nothing like her. Try to keep her when you find her. Pay attention to the signs. Let her open up your mind, though. Fuck what you thought. She's the truth right now. What goes on in the dark? Know she soon find out. Will you fall for the world? Will you fall for her? She don't change. She gon' stay down, down. Tell her she's pretty like a flower. Tell her she's honestly everything. Tell her she's real by the hour. You feel where she coming from? She the one that been about it. Tell her she's pretty, 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 pretty. Clarity, clarity, la 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 la, like light from the sun. Clarity, clarity for the mind. Come on through, bring the song. Clarity, 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 clarity. She's pretty like a flower. Her honesty's all that you need. She get it right, she know her power. You're not a believer, she'll make you see. Tell her you love the way she shine. You prefer it when she take the lead. Tell her you ride with her every time. She come with the answer, she set you free. She love it when you see her right through her. She the one you couldn't lie to her. She know where you been coming from. Tell her there ain't nothing like her. Try to keep her when you find her. Pay attention to the signs. Let her open up your mind, no. Fuck what you thought. She's the truth right now. What goes on in the dark? Know she soon find out. Will you fall for the world? Will you fall for her? She don't change. She gon' stay down, down, down. Clarity, clarity, la 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 la, like light from the sun. Clarity, clarity for the mind. Come on through, bring the song. Clarity, come on, pull up, come on through now. Clarity, come on, pull up, come on through now. Clarity, come on, pull up, come on through now. Clarity, come on, pull up, come on through now. Clarity. Isn't she lovely now? Isn't she bad, bad? If you ever lose her, run. Go get her back, back, back. Go get her back, back, back. You need a back, back, back. You need a bad, bad, bad. Tell her she's pretty like a flower. Tell her she's honestly everything. Tell her she's real by the hour. You feel where she coming from? She the one that's been about it. Tell her she's pretty, 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 pretty. Clarity, clarity, la 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 la, like light from the sun. Clarity, clarity for the mind. Come on through, bring a song. Clarity, come on, pull up. Clarity, come on, pull up, come on through now. Clarity.
is Clarity from Anastasia here on the Mike Wagner Show. Tell us more about that song and what inspired you to write, Anastasia.
Oh, man. Well, I figure that one thing that all of we human beings have in common is that we have a need for clarity, whether it's in our everyday lives or our news or our relationships or whatever the case may be. We're all looking for that moment. We're all looking for that truth, and we're all looking for that epiphany. And I figured that I would just personify clarity as a woman because, when you want to somebody that you're interested in to come over, you're nice to them, you ply them a little bit and you flatter them. So I thought it might be interesting just to play with that concept. But that's what clarity is. That's what it's about. I figure everyone can relate on some level. And then you just kind of take the language that I'm speaking right now, which is somewhere between rapping and singing, and, the music that I'm feeling right now, which is sort of, trap, R&B. You put that all together, and that's what you get, clarity.
And I can see things clearly right now. I'm glad you clarified it. I'm so glad for you on that. I feel much better. And where can we find clarity and your other music at?
So I am on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. Everything is under Anastasia or Anastasia Hera, Hera, like the goddess. I've got just music everywhere right now. And then, of course, you can always visit my website, which is AnastasiaHera.com, which I update pretty frequently with my new stuff.
That is fantastic. And once again, singer-songwriter, multi-talented Anastasia Hera on the Mike Wagner Show. Anastasia, a big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. And before going here, just a few more things. And what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Anastasia?
In 2021, so I'm writing new music, and I'm actually working with my band, The Heroes, to come up with a more musically influenced sound. Up to now, I've written to sort of, digitally created beats, but moving into live keys, bass, flutes, horns, guitars, of course. So that's what you can be looking forward to in 2021. I'm really excited about it.
And we're very excited as well, too, Anastasia. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Oh, biggest influence in my career. There have been so many, but we'll just go back to one of the basics, Bob Marley, who was able to take, sort of his language and his view and the way that he saw things growing up and appeal to the whole wide world. And here we are, 40 years later, still singing those songs because the idea and the feeling and the relation is the same. We're all just human, and we can all speak to that human emotion within each other. We just speak a little bit, different language.
Mm-hmm. And Yama, we're still Jama man after 40 years. So
Right.
And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Oh, I would say stick to it. Other people will doubt you. There will be days that you doubt yourself. Just keep going. If the musician or the artist or the mechanic or the business person that you are knows that that's what you're meant to do, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Find a way to make it happen.
And that's very true indeed. Once again, Anastasia Hera here on the Mike Wagner Show. A very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely great. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And lastly, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or listen to your music?
Yes, my website, AnastasiaHera.com. Instagram is the best place to follow me, Anastasia_Hera_. I've definitely got a project that I'm working out. I'm looking for that to come out in late spring, as yet untitled. But Clarity is the lead single from there. So that kind of gives you an idea of the sound that we're going for. But yeah, hit me up anytime. I love new friends, new followers, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music. Follow me all those places.
We certainly will. Once again, Anastasia, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And let's get clarity on this one. Just keep in touch.
All right, thank you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.